Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome once again to the mess hall here at Dr. Jet Laboratories. As most of you may know, I also dabble a bit in guitars as well as model boats. And I have a collection of maybe, 40 or 50 guitars. I don't know how many, but I got a bunch of guitars. And with maybe one or two exceptions, they are all in cases. And the reason they're all in cases is it prevents any damage, moving them around, stacking them up, earthquakes, whatever. The cases protect them from what we call hanger rash. And back in the days when I flew RC airplanes, I kept a lot of my gliders and such in gun cases just for the same reason, in that it protected them from hanger rash. I could stack them one on top of another and have a stack of airplanes rather than having to line them up on a surface with a lot of air above them. And finally, that's, transferred over to the boats. You've seen that most of my boats fit into a case. And the reason for that is storage and transportation. I can stack boats on top of each other. And I've got some that are 25 years old. You saw me run that little twin motor cat the other day, and that sucker's probably 25 years old. And it lives in a case, and so the only time it gets banged around is when it's out on the water. So, I'm working on the Miss Exide, and sometimes guitars come in a gig bag rather than a case. And a gig bag is a heavy nylon zippered bag, sized to fit the guitar. And sometimes it'll have straps and pockets and the like. But it's, a heavy nylon case. And, sometimes it has some padding inside. And again, it's to protect the guitar. Well, get a load of this. This was a bag for a tripod of some sort, but with a little bit of that expanded polypropylene, the EPP foam, that I used to make the stand for the Miss Madison. I also used to harden the sides of this bag, and it fits all my parts. And get a load of this. My stand fits right in there. What do you think of that? One other thing. Last time I talked about how I was going to mount this with a couple of screws underneath here. Let me tell you something. Once I had the first hole drilled and tapped, it was a bear to get that screw in there, having to hold this thing in and line up the hole. Oh man, what a pain in the... Yes, sir. Anyway, I got that done, and it's ready to run. This did add some heft to the back of the boat. So my spinning out may have been caused by an overly long rudder. It may have been caused by a too far forward CG. All this weight I've added, I'm going to run it just as I did, and we'll see what happens. So there's a quick update, boys and girls. Until next time, jet out.